On this episode of Amazing Websites Television, why most people fail on the internet, the internet jigsaw puzzle explained, how to create professional voice-over recordings using your iPhone, and a nifty tool to handle your money as an entrepreneur. This episode is brought to you by Kickstart Cart, the one-stop solution to handle your email marketing, your shopping cart, and your affiliate program. Try Kickstart for 1 month for free at getkickstartcart.com.
Welcome back to Amazing Websites Television. On this episode we have a great guest that I think you're going to be learning quite a lot, because he's going to be telling us why most people fail on the internet, and I think he has a very, very interesting point. And then what I will do is I will also explain in our Triple Your Internet Intelligence section of the show, I will also be explaining you specifically how this all works, and we also have some really cool resources and some really cool iPhone apps. In one app a day keeps boredom away. So let me just welcome our guest of the show, which is Barry Cummings. And please, Barry, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ernesto. Great to be here with you in Dubai. Lovely to see you here in Dubai again.
So, Barry, basically, for a while we have been already thinking on this, and the idea is that the truth is that most people do one thing on the internet, or they do another thing on the internet, and then they try to really be successful with doing bits and pieces there, which are, non-coordinated efforts. So I think the idea that we both came up together with, which I think really fits the exact thing that we want to communicate to to all the internet entrepreneurs and all the commercial and corporate accounts, is that there is a jigsaw. So can you explain a little bit the concept of the jigsaw puzzle?
Sure, yeah, it's a great question, and as you said, it's one of those things that I've been answering for a few companies over here over the last few months. The internet marketing jigsaw is basically a great way of explaining all of the elements of an online marketing campaign and how you can actually optimize your online marketing presence. The reason why so many people fail is because, as the name suggests, it's a jigsaw and it has many pieces. But what people tend to do, especially here, and what we've seen a lot of happening in this market, is that they grab one piece of the jigsaw. So something that's very topical at the moment and has been is social media. So they grab hold of this element, this one piece of the jigsaw, and then they go 100% at this social media element and that side of the actual online marketing jigsaw. What they forget is that they have not actually taken into consideration any of the other pieces of the jigsaw, of which there are many, and then they start to wonder why they're not seeing the kind of results that they were hoping for. They forget the fact that they're not actually going in one direction. They are just literally taking little pieces of information, they're trying to string them together, they're doing their best to put them together in a way that seems to actually equate to some sort of direction, and then 3 or 4 months down the line, having invested some money in it, they start to look at it, they start to evaluate it, they haven't got the results they were looking for, and so it again is deemed as a failure. However, if they'd just taken a little bit more time to consider the other elements of the jigsaw, they would have seen much better results for their business.
So can you tell me what are the elements of the jigsaw puzzle, the internet marketing jigsaw puzzle, that most people are actually missing out on?
Well, obviously people jump on social media because it's relevant at the moment, but I think a lot of people forget about the mindset element of the jigsaw in terms of actually understanding and building the strategy behind what they're trying to achieve. Something that people again have heard a little bit about but are perhaps not so sure about is the video marketing aspect of things. A great way of actually utilizing things like YouTube to get your business out there and to generate more leads, more awareness, and at the end of the day more profits. Again, referring back to social media, is that they do bits and pieces, but they don't actually look at any sort of full-on optimization process for all of their social media representation online. And this goes again for YouTube, that they think, okay, I've heard about YouTube, I'll throw some videos up there, and again aren't actually seeing any results. Optimization of those videos is very important. And then the final one that I think is very important for a lot of businesses is joint ventures. The ability to look at your own business objectively and realize that there are other ways that you can use your business and some of the relationships that you formed within the market with complementary service providers or complementary product providers, whereby both parties can benefit as opposed to none of them.
Barry, great. I mean, great information. Now, is there a way that all our audience will be having access to you? Because I think that you have amazing information, and I think you're one of the most thorough internet consultants that I know, so I want to make sure that they actually connect with you. Where can they go and where can they find some more information about you?
Yeah, definitely. Set up a business a couple of years ago, and if they go to www.maximumnetgain.com, then they'll have a lot more information about a couple of the points that we've touched on today.
Fantastic, Barry. Well, with that, I say goodbye. Thank you for being on the show. And now it's time that we go to our next session, which is Triple Your Internet Intelligence.
So let me explain to you why this element of the different pieces of the puzzle is so important. You see, most people, what they do is they go into their business and they say, well, you know, we have to get into the internet, and then they get one piece of the puzzle and they start working really very hard in one piece of the puzzle, exactly as Barry was explaining. But in reality, there's many other pieces of the puzzle that they completely ignore. So let's find out normally what companies do. Well, they normally have a website, and because they have a website, because of course, I mean, everybody has to have a website without really knowing how they're going to be using the website. But what they do is they start working, okay, now we have to start also getting into social media. So they hire a social media company, and the social media company starts trying to promote a number of things of what they're doing and giving them some strategies, and possibly they might be very good, but the real reason is they are not thinking of the other elements of the puzzle. So let's find out what the other elements of the puzzle are. First of all, we need to have the right mindset. If we don't have the right mindset, there's no way in this world that we will be able to accomplish what we would like to accomplish. Now, we need to have proper online real estate. What does that mean? We need to have a number of different websites and a number of different domains that need to be set in such a way so that we will be able to use the best possible way the internet. But most people, they say, well, I have already a website and that's more than plenty. Well, there's a number of other elements that need to be there in order for you to be successful on the internet. You also need to develop a proper online persona, or what's exactly the idea of how you want to portray your company or yourself on the internet. You also need to combine your pay-per-click advertising, whether it is in search engines or whether it is in Facebook or whatever you're doing, also needs to be combined. You need to have very good SMO. SMO stands for social media optimization. You need to optimize your YouTube channel, you need to optimize your Facebook fan page, you need to optimize your Twitter page, you need to optimize every single thing that you have around. You also need to think on automation, how you can automate the entire process. You also, and this is one of the most important parts of the puzzle that most people really completely forget about, is email marketing. Email marketing is an important part of the puzzle, and because people are focusing only on one or two of these pieces of the puzzle, they forget very frequently email marketing. Also outsourcing, so that you don't have to be doing all the work. SEO, search engine optimization. Video marketing, which right now is extremely important, and also joint venture. This will give you more or less an idea of all the things that you need to take into consideration whenever you are working on your own business. And normally what tends to happen is that, for example, companies have a website and they want to start doing social media, but neither of them actually match, and because they don't match, that's why the efforts and the money that they invest on their strategy do not work. So you have to understand that it doesn't matter what you're doing on social media or on the internet, every single thing has to fit together. So for you to understand, and just to finish this section of the show, just let me share with you one very, very important concept, and that is the concept of alignment. You see, if you don't have alignment, if everything is not perfectly aligned, and you're basically having efforts here and efforts there, trying to accomplish a number of things, you will not be able to really do very, very well on the internet. I hope that this explanation makes it clear, and I hope that you have enjoyed this section of the show.
On today's handy bookmark section, I have 4 very interesting tools. The first tool that I want to share with you is called Down for Everyone or Just Me. Down for Everyone or Just Me is very interesting. When, for example, you go to a page and they tell you that website doesn't exist, and you go like all freaking because you say, my goodness, what the hell happened to it? Well, what you can do is you can just get the URL and put it there on the this website that I was telling you, Down for Everyone or Just Me, and basically it will be telling you if the website is still available or it is not available. I mean, the websites tend to move from one side to the other. For example, if they actually change the content, it will also be telling you where they were moved from. So you will be getting quite a lot of information from this useful website. It is just a resource that you're not going to be using all the time, but it's always good to be able to check if it's going to be only you or it's completely down for everyone. The second tool that I want to give you, I think it's a tool that I use quite regularly, that not many people know about it. If you actually go to google.com/history, you will be able to actually look for the history of the searches that you have done in your computer. Very, very interesting tool, because, for example, it has happened to me that you suddenly do a search and you say, oh my goodness, what's exactly what I was searching for? And then suddenly you say, oh, perfect. But if you actually look for the history, it's exactly like having the history on your computer, but you will be able to get the Google searches that you have done. The third tool that I wanted to share with you is called errorlevelanalysis.com. On this site, you will be able to find out if actually the picture is real or if it's photoshopped. Very interesting resource, because what happens? I mean, sometimes you get to see some pictures and you have no clue what's their origin or whatever. If you actually just put that picture on this site, you will find out if the picture is completely real or if it was actually photoshopped. And the last resource that I have today in handy bookmarks is called Urban Dictionary. Right now, with all these really weird terms that are happening on the internet and all these difficult, those little LOL, like laugh out loud, and all these kind of things that you do not know exactly what that means, you can just go to Urban Dictionary and there will be definitions for each of these kind of things and all sorts of different words. So it's very, very useful, and it's also very, very funny. So I really recommend you to go to Urban Dictionary. So I hope that you enjoyed these handy bookmarks, and now it's time to go to our feature presentation.
And now, our feature presentation.
As an entrepreneur, your biggest concern is the financial health of your business. Yet, it's the one thing that you dread the most. Up until now, you've been using your bank's website to check your account balance, or you've been agonizing over a spreadsheet to track your expenses. But even then, how much do you know about the financial health of your business? Luckily, many business owners have found Indinero. It's the financial advisor you've always wanted, and it's the fastest growing way for business owners to track their money. It works by syncing data across all of your financial accounts. So no matter how many banks or credit cards you use, Indinero will track all of your transactions in one central location. This means you spend less time on bookkeeping and more time on running your business. Like an accountant, Indinero automatically categorizes your transactions for you. But unlike an accountant, Indinero monitors your accounts 24/7 to look for unusual spending activity and other problems you wouldn't notice day to day. Indinero understands that business owners don't have a lot of time to deal with complicated accounting software. You want a real-time financial dashboard that gives you instant answers to your most crucial financial questions. Sign up now at indinero.com.
Hello everybody, my name is Miguel Hernandez and I'm the founder and CEO of Grumo Media. Today I'm going to show you how to record great voiceover audio using only an iPhone and a blanket. The reason why I'm using an iPhone is because iPhones have really high quality microphones inside them. And the reason why I'm using a blanket is because blankets are the cheapest way of blocking all the background noise. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how this can be done. Get your iPhone, make sure you download a voice recording app. I'm using Voice Record. Voice Record is $1.99 from the iPhone store. And the reason why I use it is because it allows you to transfer files via Wi-Fi. And that's very convenient. Then print your script, unless you have memorized it. And then you're going to need a light or a flashlight. I have a really nice convenient desk lamp here. Turn it on. Have your iPhone ready and script ready. And put the blanket over you. I'm just going to do this so you can see how silly you're going to look when you do this. Right? Silly, but you're going to save a lot of money. Alright, so you have this on top of you. Make sure that there is no air or hose coming from anywhere, so there's no background noise that can come. And you're ready to start recording. Now, what happens, and the reason why I'm using a blanket, like I said, is to block all the background noise. A lot of people don't realize is that every room has either echo, reverberation, or there's a fan on, there's a fridge on, there's your air conditioner on. All those things can be heard. Traffic outside, all those things are very, very annoying when you listen to recorded audio. A blanket, and probably a blanket inside an enclosed room, like your bedroom or your bathroom or a closet, probably is ideal because it's going to block all the background noise, right? Now I'm going to teach you how I would read this. Typically, you're going to make lots of mistakes. That's why you're not a professional voiceover artist. But it's okay. Every time you make a mistake reading, just take a deep breath and repeat the sentences as many times as you need to get it perfect. So for example, this is a sample of how not to read the sentence. Just print your script, download an audio recording iPhone app, and have a blanket and flashlight ready. Take a deep breath, turn the flashlight on, cover user. It's too fast, there's no gaps, right? I cannot cut around this. So what you have to do is make sure you take gaps, sometimes a little bit exaggerated. It's okay because you can cut around that. You can make those gaps shorter. So I would read like this. Just print your script, download an audio recording iPhone app, and have a blanket and a flashlight ready. I made a mistake, I repeat. And have a blanket and a flashlight ready. You see, this allows me to cut around and be able to have a perfect audio. The other thing I want to make sure is that you understand is that you have to speak loud and clear, right? And the other thing is that you're going to get into the role of speaking, or you should, in order to be able to transfer the emotion required to make your reading believable. So a lot of people, like me for example, that I come from Spain, we tend to move a lot when we're expressing with emotion. But the problem with moving a lot is that you can start hitting things and making lots of extraneous noises that you don't want in your recording. So it's going to be hard to stay still, but try to stay still and record just audio, not audio and expressions. All right? What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you two samples. One of voiceover recording with the iPhone alone, where you're going to be able to hear all the background noise. And the other one with the blanket on, so you can tell the difference. Okay? So, here is the sound of this script with no blanket on. So you want to record some high quality voiceover, but you don't have any of the expensive audio recording gear professionals use. Alright, you can hear there's a little bit of background noise there, right? And now I'm going to do the same reading with a blanket on top of me. And you'll notice how nice it sounds. Here it is. So you want to record some high quality voiceover, but you don't have any of the expensive audio recording gear professionals use. So again, no blanket. So you want to record some high quality voiceover, blanket. So you want to record some high quality voiceover. Simple and worth it, right? Well, I hope that you can now record voice audio perfectly for your next project. Obviously, if you want really high quality audio, you should either get the equipment and hire a voice professional artist. But if you don't have the budget, an iPhone and a blanket.
Well, I hope that you have really enjoyed the show. We have been giving you a lot of very interesting tools and resources, and this pretty much wraps it up. This is Ernesto Verdugo, and this is Amazing Websites Television, the show where intelligent people like you come find the tools to change the rules. Bye-bye.